Life is full of twists and turns. Life is full of twists and turns. Twist and turn, twist and turns. We are the children of God. Twist and turns, twist and turns. Life is full of twists and turns. Smadu.
Hello pupils, welcome to our religious activity lessons. Today we are going to learn about Jesus Christ walk on water. And before we continue, you stand. We sing a song, then we continue. Who was walking over the water? Who was walking over the water? Who was walking over the water? Is Jesus the Son of God? Nani alitembea juu ya maji? Nani alitembea juu ya maji? Nani alitembea juu ya maji? Ni Yesu mwana wa Mungu. Who was walking over the water? Who was walking over the water? Who was walking over the water? Is Jesus the Son of God? Good. Yes, now we continue. We are going to read the Bible, the book of Matthew, chapter 14, from verse 22 to 23. Then Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go ahead of him to the other side of the lake, while he sent the people away. After sending the people away, he went up a hill by himself to pray. When evening came, Jesus was there alone, and by this time the boat was far out in the lake, tossed about by the waves because the wind was blowing against it. Between 3 to 6 o'clock in the morning, Jesus came to the disciples walking on the water. When they saw him walking on the water, they were terrified. Is it a ghost? They asked. They said, and screamed with fear. Jesus spoke to them at once. Courage, he said. It is I. Don't be afraid. Then Peter spoke up. Lord, if it is really you, order me to come out on the water to you. Come, answered Jesus. So Peter got out of the boat and started walking on the water to Jesus. But when he noticed the strong winds, he was afraid and started to sink down in the water. Save me, Lord, he cried. At once Jesus reached out and grabbed hold of him and said, How little faith you have! Why did you doubt? They both got into the boat and the wind died down. Yes, we have read about the story of Jesus walking on water. That evening when he had sent people away, Jesus went to pray. Jesus went to pray. Yes, on a hill somewhere. Now the disciples of Jesus had already left. They had already left with the boat. They were far ahead with the boat. Now between 3 to 6 o'clock, when the disciples were on the boat, Jesus came walking on water. Jesus came walking on water. Now they were afraid. What? Is it a ghost? They started shouting. They thought that Jesus was a ghost. But Jesus said he was not a ghost. Now Peter, one of the disciples of Jesus, walked over the water. But he was doubting if it was God. Now he asked, God, if it's you, may I also walk on the water? Now Peter walked on water, but because his faith in God was little, he started to sink. He started sinking in the water. Now he cried to God to save him so that he cannot sink inside the water. Jesus saved him and they entered the boat. That is the story of today, that Jesus walked on water. And we should always have faith in God. When you want to do something, have faith in God, because we know that God is going to do it for us. Goodbye.